Do we dare even come in here? Holy Bible.
There's still people here. I can barely hear their voices, but they're like way off in the distance.
Basically just a little bit further down the road, there's this like weird kind of small thing. Doll.
Going into the woods alone at night can be scary, but what if you run into something or someone you really don't want to see? Tonight, we're looking at 6 of the most disturbing camping encounters ever recorded. These videos might make you think twice about going into the woods by yourself. Before we start, a warning. The last story is truly frightening. But for now, let's jump into the first disturbing encounter. Our first video follows Grizzly Gaz, who is a well-known outdoor YouTuber sharing his camping and hiking adventures across the UK with his French bulldog, Fendi. Known for facing wild conditions and strange nighttime encounters, Gaz is fearless when it comes to venturing into the unknown. On May 4th, 2025, he packed his gear once again, but this time he had a special destination in mind.
I keep reading about a druid's altar that's buried in the woods of this reservoir. Now, I don't know where it is, but we're gonna find it. But this particular reservoir is very popular with dog walkers, so I'm gonna have to hang fire a little bit until everybody's buggered off home before I could set up camp.
His goal for the trip was to locate an old druid altar rumored to be somewhere near a quiet reservoir. The water levels had dropped unusually low, revealing stretches of shoreline not usually visible. While waiting for people to clear out so he could set up camp, Gaz spotted what looked like a forgotten campsite tucked among the trees. He decided to return later and take a closer look. Once the area was empty, he found a small flat patch of ground for his tent. After setting up, he explored with Fendi and found a lovely waterfall nearby. Later that evening, Gaz made coffee using a new stabilizing stand for his stove, enjoying the peaceful stillness as Fendi curled up beside him, until that peace was broken by a sudden, strange noise.
Bit of extra protein for you. Mate, go get your tent. Go on. Go get your tent. Go chill out for a bit. I'll have this and then we'll go for a walk. So impatient, isn't she? What was that? Did you hear that? Definitely sounded like a tree falling down from over there somewhere. Kept hearing stuff up behind me, and then big crash right over there, but I can't see out through trees.
A deep crashing sound thundered from somewhere beyond the tree line. At first, Gaz thought it was just a falling tree, but the noise felt too sharp, too intentional. Despite the unease creeping over him, his curiosity won out. He grabbed his flashlight and headed toward the sound with Fendi close behind.
I've just realised that that tree that collapsed earlier, or that branch that snapped, yep, Mr. Owl's out. That's up near where I saw that camp. So this might be a wrong move. Pigeons. Don't know if this is a good idea now. Come on, we need to go have a look, don't we? I can hear rustling over here, but don't know if it's just my imagination playing tricks on me. Oh, this is a bit dodgy, isn't it?
The woods grew eerily silent. Apart from the distant hoot of an owl, nothing moved. Still, Gaz couldn't shake the feeling that he was being watched.
Oh, look at this. Well, this isn't what I saw, but looks like someone's been making a fort here.
Soon they came across a strange structure, a small shelter made of branches and broken wood. Nearby, he found the same abandoned campsite he had noticed earlier that day.
There it is, look, the tent. Hello? Hello? Fendi, come here. Fucking pigeon. Oh, I don't know. Oh, there you go. That answers it, doesn't it? Fendi, shit my pants then, mate. Oh, look. Bong there and cream of tomato soup. Mandarin pieces. Just bits of crap lying about everywhere.
The site was messy and unsettling. Empty food tins, old wrappers, and even drug items were scattered around. Whoever had stayed there wasn't just camping for fun. Then Gaz heard faint splashes from the direction of the reservoir. To make matters worse, his headlamp started flickering weakly. In the dim glow, he saw a faint reflection ahead, something metallic or glass catching the light.
That's all we needed. Oh, definitely just saw eye shine over there. Fucking head torch.
Drawn toward the light, Gaz descended the slope slowly, but the moment his eyes locked on what lay ahead, he froze.
There it is. We found it. It's a shame my head torch ain't working. There we go, look. What's that on top of it? What is that? Oh, do we dare even come in here? Holy Bible. That says the end there. Is it upside down? Why would it be upside down? It's Genesis, the first passage of the Bible. I don't know. It's got some scribbling on there. Can't make out what it says. Mary Ann something or other. Eastwood, Todmorden, 1995. That's creepy, isn't it? Upside down Bible. Oh, I don't like that. Alright, let's see what we can see here. What's it made out of?
The place that should have been a druidic altar was nothing like expected. Rather than carved stones, concrete blocks formed its base, probably taken from a nearby bridge. Resting on top was a Bible turned upside down, covered in strange notes, names, and a date. Eastwood Todden, 1995. The site made no sense. A holy book on what was supposed to be a pagan shrine. Was it a teenager playing a joke, a warning, or something more sinister? As his headlamp flickered weakly and Fendi stayed near, Gaz realized he had seen enough. The unusual shrine left him feeling uneasy. Hurrying back to their tent, his mind raced with more questions than answers, unsure of what he had just witnessed. We're on a mission to hit 5,000 subscribers before November. If you enjoy our content, please take a second to subscribe. Your support means the world to us and helps us keep going strong. A solo camper shared chilling footage from her night in an old forgotten graveyard dating back to the 1800s. At first, everything seemed calm. She found a small clearing hidden by thick trees and bushes and began setting up her tent and gear. With her campsite ready, she wandered around the cemetery with her camera, trying to pass the time until nightfall. That's when strange things began to happen.
Those dogs are barking at me. I'm probably the only one that's here at this time. They're going crazy.
While capturing the crumbling gravestones on camera, faint, high-pitched cries echoed from afar, like children calling out. Chills ran down her spine. She had been sure the graveyard was empty. She was horribly mistaken.
So if you can't tell, it's pretty dark here right now, but there are kids here, like young kids in the cemetery. And I'm wondering how active this place actually is. Do people come here at night and kind of party in the forest or something? Anyways, I'm heading back to my spot. The dog barking, I didn't want to disturb anybody, especially since I'm not supposed to be here. So I think I'll finish my exploring tomorrow morning. And because there seems to be still a lot of stuff here. See? I think they know I'm here. That's not good. I'm gonna keep this recording. Just in case. But I'm also gonna stop and find out what they're doing. If they're actually watching me or not.
On her way back to camp, she spotted a group of children in the distance, their eyes fixed on her. She told herself they'd probably seen her and were just playing a trick, but unease crept in. She kept her camera rolling, glancing over her shoulders to ensure she wasn't being followed to the hidden campsite. Once there, she lit a small fire to prepare dinner. What seemed like a simple comforting act quickly turned dangerous, and the forest around her felt far less empty than before.
I just had to put out the fire because there are people walking around back here. They don't have headlamps on, but like I said in my last video, I do not like being around people in the middle of the forest, especially when it's dark out. So I might pack up and get out of here.
Shortly after the fire was lit, she heard voices and footsteps coming through the woods toward her location.
Okay, I'm packed up. I'm ready to go. So, luckily I have a friend that lives around this neighborhood, so maybe I'll just go continue this night in their backyard because I was looking forward to having a nice night. And there's still people here. I can barely hear their voices, but they're like way off in the distance. And there's the occasional dog bark. That dog that was barking at me, he keeps barking.
Whatever those kids were planning will remain a mystery as she carefully gathered her gear and slipped away, silent through the darkened cemetery. That was just a warm-up. The next clip, let's just say you might want to sleep with the lights on tonight. Our third encounter of the night introduces Oliver, an eager explorer and thrill seeker behind the YouTube channel Venture Unbound. His content ranges from visiting lively Christmas fairs to setting up camp in untouched wilderness, giving his audience a glimpse of his travels and the magic of each place. In this video, Oliver decides to embark on a solo wild camping trip, spending a night in a remote forest somewhere in the UK. His mission is simple: to unwind, enjoy nature's peace, and take in the silence that only solo camping can bring. The date is February 22nd, 2025. Bursting with excitement, Oliver reaches his campsite as the sun dips low, casting golden light between the tall trees. Everything seems perfect and calm as he searches for the right spot to pitch his tent. Yet, hidden behind that serenity is something far more sinister, an encounter that will turn his peaceful getaway into a night he'll never forget.
We're just trying to find a comfortable spot now. There's so many trees around, but it's just trying to find the right spot, which is going to be completely flat and well sheltered. It's a bit alarming when you see fallen branches like this falling from the trees. Could easily fall on you in the night. So I think I've found a really good spot here. This area here is quite good. You've got a couple of trees around here, and this space right here is really good. It's quite flat as well. I might need to move some twigs out of the way for underneath the tent. But the path is just over there, so people are quite far away.
Finding what seems like the perfect place to settle down, Oliver wastes no time setting up his gear. It's his first solo wild camp, and although the idea of staying alone deep in the forest feels a little nerve-wracking, he pushes those thoughts away and keeps busy. The forest around him is calm, almost too calm, and for a brief moment the reality of being completely alone sets in. Still, the thrill of adventure keeps his spirits high. As the tent takes shape and the campsite starts to feel complete, his worries slowly fade, replaced by excitement for a quiet evening under the trees.
I'm hoping with it being metal, they'll eventually just flex and bend and probably stay in the same position for a while. And hopefully don't flex back too much. That top one was a lot easier compared to the bottom one setting up. So this is a tent fully set up. We've got the tarp over the top, so I'm hoping it does keep the rain off in the night, but the tent will do it anyway if it wasn't there in the first place. But I'm thinking it looks really good. The sun is setting now, so it should be getting quite quiet, and hopefully no one passes through, especially at the night time as well. Don't want anyone passing through on night time. That'd be creepy.
Once his camp is ready, hunger soon sets in, and Oliver decides to cook a quick meal before darkness completely covers the forest. He tries to enjoy the moment, but there's a strange awareness of being alone that keeps pulling at him. The silence of the woods feels heavier as the light fades, and even though he tells himself it's nothing, a quiet unease remains. He takes comfort in the soft crackle of his small stove and the warm smell of food, trying to focus on the good parts of the evening. What he doesn't realize is that the feeling of discomfort he brushed aside might have been a quiet warning of what was still to come.
It's quite a challenge, and it's quite a weird thing to do, especially being on your own. It's so strange in the wild. And then there's people as well walking around, because it's like a country park. So yeah, it's a very, very strange a strange atmosphere at times, especially when you go when you go to the toilet in the night and you've got your lantern and you're just walking around and all you can see is the silhouettes of the trees. Now that is just creepy. So it's getting a little bit dark now. I've got my cooking equipment here. I've got my pan as well, and some eggs and some bacon. I've got my olive oil and a lighter as well to start this off. Did you hear that? That was an owl. Hopefully we're going to hear some owls tonight. That was cool. All gone. That was actually really good. I'm quite full now, so I didn't need to bring any bread or anything.
After finishing his meal, Oliver stretches out and lets the warmth of satisfaction settle in. But as darkness thickens, the peaceful forest begins to feel different. The soft rustling of branches now sounds more like quiet voices carried by the wind, and the shadows between the trees grow longer and deeper. Every sound seems louder in the still night, and the loneliness presses harder against him. A chill drifts through the air, crawling under his skin. Wanting to feel safe, he retreats into his tent and pulls the zipper shut. Taking a slow breath, he whispers to himself that it's only the night playing tricks, and morning isn't too far away.
Like, when you need to go to the toilet in the night, it's so spooky. Like, you just see a random tree just dotted there, and it's so like, whoa! It's like a person stood there, but yeah, it's quite a creepy feeling when it's dark like this. So I'm going to get some sleep now and test it out, see how it goes, see if I get some sleep. Last time when I was in the hammock tent, I only had about 2 hours sleep. That wasn't the best night ever, really. But we'll see how this one goes. It's not a hammock tent, it's a lay flat, on the ground tent. So we'll see how it goes, and I will see you guys in the morning.
Before heading to bed, Oliver had set up a small camera outside to capture any wildlife passing through. But instead of gentle nighttime visitors, the footage revealed something entirely different. Not long after he fell asleep, the camera recorded faint movement near his tent, something unclear but deeply unsettling. It wasn't the calm moment with nature he had hoped to share, but something that would leave him uneasy long after the trip ended.
Somebody sleeping in the tent behind me. There. Hello? Told you it. Oh, it's clear about together. Yeah, but I don't want the guy to feel threatened at all, do you know what I mean? Yeah, leave him to it, mate, let's go. He's got a body cut off, he's got a shell top, hasn't he? What do you mean? Look on the tree, that's a... You're right. Oh, sorry, mate. We're just talking, mate, man. No, it's alright, no worries. You're doing okay, though? Tell you what. It's like a bit of a dick. Is it? Yeah, like a bit of a...
Hours later, Oliver was suddenly awakened by the sound of footsteps and low voices moving through the forest. Panic shot through him as beams of light swept across the fabric of his tent. For a few breathless seconds, he imagined the worst, but soon the tone of the voices made him pause. They didn't sound hostile. Gathering courage, he unzipped the tent just enough to peek outside. A small group of men stood nearby, just passing through, their flashlights cutting across the trees. Relieved, Oliver greeted them briefly before they moved on. Even though the encounter ended safely, it left his heart racing. The thought of how quickly things could have gone wrong haunted him for the rest of the night, reminding him how fragile safety can feel when you're completely alone. If that last clip made your heart skip a beat, get ready. What's next will leave you breathless. Our fourth encounter occurred on February 8, 2025, when a YouTuber named The Backyard Sender shared a video that quickly went viral online. His channel usually shows footage of adventures deep within the forest, but during this particular trip, something didn't feel quite right. What he ended up recording that day turned an ordinary ride into one of the most chilling experiences ever caught on his camera.
It's like pretty new to me, and I'm literally like 5 miles away from any houses, any civilization, and it's like this, I don't know, like really low traveled road in Vermont. And I saw these things which kind of creeped me out. There's like a doll here almost, and it's like next to the road. So basically just a little bit further down the road, there's this like weird kind of small thing, doll, and there's another one in the tree over there. And I'm honestly not sure who put these things up. Yeah, oh my god, there's one more. And like, who would just take the time to like come all the way out into the middle of the woods here and put this stuff up on trees just for like no particular reason? It's like really weird. Here's more. This thing looks a bit older, but that looks extremely recent. And if you look like further down the road here, there's like that, and I think I see another one up around the corner here. Yeah, there's something else on this tree here, and it's like, wait, what the hell? Somebody stuck like leaves in the head. It's like really weird, really disturbing, and it like doesn't really make me feel comfortable. I like am kind of scared right now, out in the woods alone, seeing these.
The deeper he goes, the stranger things become. Dolls are scattered through the forest, nailed to trees, dangling from branches, gently moving in the wind. Some are cracked and aged, others look freshly placed. Still, that's not the worst of it. Further ahead, he spots a bucket with a message scribbled on the side. "I'm waiting for you, James." No one knows who James might be or what the note was trying to say. Realizing how eerie the place feels, the YouTuber wastes no time. He turns around and leaves, admitting in his video that he doesn't feel safe here. After seeing the footage, most viewers would probably agree. Think you've seen it all? The next clip will make you question everything you thought you knew. We move on to a YouTuber known as Hiking Dancer, who is passionate about nature and loves sharing her outdoor experiences online. She often spends her free time exploring new paths and documenting her journeys for her viewers. In the past, her channel featured long backpacking trips, but lately she's been posting mostly short-day hikes. This time, however, she decided to do something different, a solo camping trip deep in the tropical forests of Florida. She followed a side trail that she hadn't fully explored before. She'd tried this path once in the past and didn't have much luck, but determined to change that, she set out again with a hopeful mindset.
Blue Blaze right now, trying to get onto the Florida Trail at a different section. This actually was the area I wanted to get to last time I hiked the trail, and I realized it was like the worst trail on earth. I'm giving this trail tries and tries, but this is a cool Blue Blaze from a trailhead, and it is a chillier day today, so I thought I want to try to hike a little bit.
After hours of wandering through the forest, she came across a quiet spot ideal for camp. She raised her tent, arranged her supplies, and started a small fire to keep herself warm. Resting by its glow, she made a cup of milk tea, enjoying a short moment of peace.
Just drank some milk tea, and the fire is going out. I could restart it, and probably I will get rid of the final wood that I have near here.
As night settled in, unsettling sounds started coming from just beyond her campsite.
I'm so tired, but I can't sleep. So many sounds. I guess that was a bunch of coyotes just living their best life. They were really close. And it's actually raining a little bit right now, so it's like 10:30, and I went to bed at like
The cries of animals, perhaps coyotes or bobcats, echoed in the distance, sounding eerily like human voices. A light rain began to fall, making the atmosphere even more unsettling. Still, she kept her composure and reminded herself there was no real danger. Even seasoned hikers can feel uneasy when camping alone, so having some form of protection is always wise. By sunrise, the fear of the night had vanished. Birds sang. The air was crisp, and the peaceful beauty of the forest returned, reminding her why she loved the wilderness so much. And now, the last and most terrifying clip of them all. Watch if you dare. Our last encounter follows YouTuber Joe and Jesse Lee from the YouTube channel Hellbent Holler, who were exploring the Appalachian Mountains. Their plan was to camp out and investigate reports of strange activity in the area. But once they settled in, a feeling of being watched began to grow stronger with each passing hour.
It's almost like a low, mumbling conversation in that direction there.
And that was just laying on the path?
Yeah, just right here. Look, it's like woven together. Like, look, this one's twisted back.
This is some Blair Witch.
Yeah, isn't it?
Blair Witch stuff here.
Look at that. Shh, don't move.
Odd noises and movements soon caught their attention, suggesting they weren't as alone as they thought. To find out what was nearby, they switched on their thermal imager, and what showed up on the screen was something they could hardly explain.
I'm getting a heat signature in the woods here, but it's a little distance away.
Are you recording?
Yeah. It's so thick through here. Whoa.
What is it?
Oh my God.
What is it?
It's something.
It's what?
It's something.
It's something?
It's something.
Something what?
I think it's looking at us.
What?
I think it's looking at us. Oh my God.
What?
It just disappeared.
A chilling moment followed when a mysterious figure appeared on the thermal display. Seconds later, their main camera suddenly stopped working and the audio recorder began to glitch. Uneasy and sensing danger, they decided to pack up and leave the forest before anything worse happened. You've watched this far, but if you leave without subscribing, you'll never know what insane content you're missing next.